Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, good to see you,
Hi.
Sarin.
Good
Hello,
morning,
Mark,
Herbert.
Jim, Josh, Bakri. Good to see
Hello.
you. Baki,
Hello. Good to see
are
you
you in
too,
Port
Yasmin.
are you in Portugal?
That's right.
I'm a bit jealous. So you get more sunshine, isn't it?
No, not today.
Thanks for telling me this white lie. It's okay. Okay.
Hi,
Everyone.
Mark. Everyone.
Mark, maybe let me know when we should start. Maybe you want to give a
Um,
bit of context.
I'm happy to give context. Hi, everybody. So we're excited to share a new release of the platform. There's some new features, new capabilities. Yasmin and Marcia. I think Marcia is on.
Hello,
Uh,
everybody. Great to
there,
meet you
there
all.
she is. Marcia Lopez is new to the group. She's helping with a few things, including customer success. So you all have great experiences with the platform. And Javi is also on, I believe.
Yes.
Um, there he is. Ooh, with a collared shirt. This is a special day. He's in
Yeah.
Madrid. Um, and I know others are coming in. And without further ado, I guess I'll hand it off to you, Yasmin.
Thank you, Mark. So as you can see, the team is growing. Um, I don't know how some of you already know me, but I'm gonna give a bit context just so you know what's the story of the team and why we're doing that. And then this next 45 minutes it's for you. So before we even going to start and present the new feature and the new capabilities, I'm sure that there's so much bewilderment around AI, how AI can be actually beneficial and valuable for family offices. I do want to say I love collaborative meetings. So I encourage each one of you to just ask questions. There's no redundant question, there's no stupid question. And it's going to be a slightly hands-on experience. Uh, there's somebody that is, there's a bit of noise I cannot hear. Background noise.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'll mute people.
So if some of you are in front already of computer, we are going to gonna try something together of how we can share feedback among this group of people, just to kind of show you another way that how we can basically collect feedback on assets. Um, so I will start with just a quick intro. So my name is Yasmin Shmuel. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Klever AI. Um, I'm originally from Israel. I lived in Europe for 10 years. I used to work in a corporate venture capital. I used to work with a lot of business units, helping them to make high risk decisions. We used to co-invest in strategic companies. I witnessed how long it takes to make decisions in a group. I decided to become an entrepreneur and to develop AI to help with human decisions. Our specialties is how do we make high risk decisions? And we decided to focus on assets in capital market, in I would say in private markets. And how do you make a decision with a group of people? When there are a lot of stakeholders are involved, we need to understand each stakeholder. We need to collect feedback from each stakeholder. Sometimes we want to get a buy-in and conviction. So I started Clever AI. I relocated to New York 1 year and a half ago, met Mark. It was match made in heaven. And we decided to combine forces. And this is absolutely privileged to work with such wonderful people as yourselves. I'm learning so much talking with each one of you. This is a new world for me. Um, Family offices, I'm coming from the enterprise world. So it's absolutely wonderful to hear about your challenges and opportunities. Javi is with me. He's the VP of AI, and he's in charge of making this whole machine work. But we also friends, and we used to work in a corporate venture capital in Madrid before. So we were quite frustrated already working for large enterprises and be a bit upset with the decision cycle. This is a bit about ourselves. I'm glad to also introduce Marcia. She's going to be in charge of customer success and investor relationship. Without further ado, I'm going to talk about the main benefits and the main objectives of this call. Manu, I just want to ask before that, who has not experienced the platform so far? Just if you can raise your hand. Okay, Bob, I see.
Bruce.
Bruce, Alistair. Okay, you can also raise your virtual hand if you don't want to put the camera on. So I guess that this is the first time you're going to see the platform. So I'm going to start as well to give you an overview of the platform. I do want to ask those guys that have raised their hands, what are your expectations from this session?
Just learn about what you're offering.
What do you know about the platform, the offering, the main offering?
Very, very little.
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask one of the people here. I would ask actually, Bakri, you were with us in all the sessions of the platform. Can you maybe you share your perspective and how do you see this platform beneficial for this audience?
Well, thanks a lot, Yasmin. Semi-LinkedIn, let's say, in terms of the ability to connect to members in the platform itself, at the same time to upload portfolio companies, get insights, have this kind of collaboration taking place in terms of this small circle rather than the cold outreach, because apparently we should be all vetted in this platform. And at the same time, the platform itself cannot control the engagement of personnel or of members, let's say. That's what I've experienced. Ease of sending emails, of sharing data. Receiving the same might not be so efficient at this stage because probably it requires some kind of mass and enhancement in terms of the other members knowing exactly what the platform offers. But the great thing about it is that without even uploading any kind of data room specific or a pitch deck or anything, by putting the web page for the prospect customer or for the portfolio company, you receive lots of knowledge about it and of information that might not be present elsewhere.
Thank you, and I appreciate that. And you are right. There are certain things that right now we are limited in terms of capabilities, but as we progress and as we have more engagement from the users and members of 361, we already see substantial intelligence. I'm going to show you. Instead of talk about that, I'm actually going to show what we have created. But thank you, and thank you, Bob, for sharing as well your thoughts. Bruce, Alistair, would you like maybe to share as well your perspective and what would you like to achieve through this session?
No, just interested in learning more about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
likewise, I look forward to learning and seeing how I can add value.
Okay.
I have a question. Would it be
Go ahead, Saren.
like, for example, if we want to target certain geographies or exclude certain geographies due to certain regulations, let's say US or whatever is it, would that be possible? And how to increase more connecting with different people and chatting, like if we have a service, etc., how to create maybe our own room or and like discussions around our certain theme.
Yes, I always love your
mind.
questions, Erin. Yes, I always love your question. We need the AI to capture that. But yes, the answer is yes. This is exactly what we're going to show today. It was not available before. However, we just launched last week an AI search on people. So is there any other expectations? Because it will help us to also understand where we want to focus. Is there anyone else that wants to share perspective or wants to you want me to kind of tackle something specific?
Probably one of the, I don't want to say glitches, but I might not be aware of something in here. In terms of asking people for insights, for example, once you click the consult button and it goes to the members in the community, at certain stages, you lose track of who received it, who not. And this is probably something that may be, in a way, mixed up earlier. So I'm not sure if we can enhance this button.
Yes, we have enhanced a few things. However, more than happy to hear suggestions because this is a product and technology kind of combination. It's for us, sometimes we have also blind spots as, we're technologists. So if there are certain things that you see missing, sometimes it can be resolved in a weekend, you know? So feel free. We don't say that we created here something that is perfect, but we do want to offer you something that is better than all the technologies and the methods you're using currently. Okay. So I'm going to start. You wonder, what is it, Klever? I'm just going to show you. The main product we developed, it's called virtual decision rooms. So you're all familiar with data rooms. However, our philosophy is that data becomes overwhelming. We cannot actually collaborate through a data room. We are being overwhelmed with too many documentations, and we cannot even synthesize different perspectives. How do we engage people through data room? How we ask the right questions? How do we also speed up decision cycle? And this is why we decided to create virtual decision room, unlike data room. Data room finish with uploads of documentations. Decision room finish with a decision. This is the main I would say difference. I'm going to share my screen, and I encourage each one of you just to stop me if you have some questions. And yeah, okay. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right, thank you. So every one of you going to have, I hear myself twice, I don't know why. Each one of you will have its own personalized dashboard and its own personalized experience. Since we are using generative AI, each one of you will see different content based on your LinkedIn. So the first questions we're asking is, please provide us your LinkedIn. So we want to get to know you better. We want to know which kind of industries you're interested in. What's your investment thesis? And the first thing you will be directed is to the asset page. So the platform is very, very simple. We only have here assets and stakeholders. So as Bakri said, this is like a semi LinkedIn. We want to build a LinkedIn for asset managers. And I'm going to just dive right away to the component you're all interested in, which is stakeholders. And what you see here on the stakeholders is that we already mapped 426 stakeholders. Next week, you will see 400 stakeholder additional. And on the right, you will have your own AI that you can ask questions and find the right people way faster. Keep this in mind, and this is the more general search. Each one of you is interested in certain assets. You probably invested in some companies, or you want to promote some companies, and you are in this network to find who is relevant. We made that accessible in a few seconds. I'm going to show that on an asset base just in a few minutes. So this is something new. You didn't have that before, but I want to show you what kind of things you can do. So, it's impossible to look through 400 stakeholders. So now we want to use this AI search. I want to know, for example, who is based on the West Coast. So I want to ask who is based on the West Coast or in Seattle or in New York. It doesn't matter. So I think this is very much related to your question, Zarin. Can we search based on geography? The answer is yes. So you can find here the people that are based on the West Coast. Oh, I need to reset search. Ask again.
Or the state of Washington, state of California.
Yes, we can. Oh,
You can need to reset the search.
no, I researched before. Avi, do you know what's happening here? Let
Can
me
you
just
try again?
refresh.
Yeah.
Okay, let me refresh. Okay. Let's try something different and let's try again this. Who invests in healthcare? All right. So you can search based on vertical, and you can find those people that are relevant investors in healthcare. You can go as deep as I'm looking only for oncology related or diabetes type 2 related investors. The more specific you are, the better results you're going to get, the better precision. Let me try again the geography aspect. Who is based in the West Coast? Okay. Okay. I think that there is a little.
No, try East Coast because I think that we don't have anyone that has specifically stated that it's in
I
the
think you
West
go
Coast
with
only.
states. I did states,
Yeah.
Yasmin. State of any
Who
state.
You
is
can try
Yeah.
East Coast.
California.
and
We usually don't ask for East Coast or West Coast. We usually go for a state.
okay, so you want me to ask New York, California?
Sure.
Okay, New York or Seattle. Oh, okay, let's try. Who's based in New York? Okay, so we have here some people based in New York. Here you go. We do want to improve that to make sure that the West Coast can be also included. So that is going to be an improvement we're going to do. I want to show you what you can also search based on a person, based on portfolio companies, and so on. Let me show you, for example, let me reset the search. I want to search, for example, for, let's look for Tal Kimmel. You know what? Eddie Vanderpart, Eddie. So what do you see here? And this is an additional value that you don't have necessarily in LinkedIn. One of the things that I decided to create Klever is because LinkedIn was not good enough. I couldn't actually get information about assets, about investment thesis. It's not specializes on assets. So what you see here, by the way, are a few interesting things, and each one of you should have your own profile, and we are more than happy to help you to optimize this profile. So the first thing that you see here is what you and that specific member have in common. Think about how many conversations you're having. How do you actually find what you and the other person have in common? What are the topics you can actually collaborate in? So generative AI, one of the, I would say, interesting use cases is to bring people together. And the benefit of Clever is that we're analyzing unstructured conversations. So through the partnership with 361, we were able to access thousands of unstructured conversations, like due diligence conversations, introduction conversation, briefing. How do we leverage this knowledge? I believe in bringing people together, not to create polarization. So we started to kind of understand the passions, the interest area of each person of 361, and we want to show what you and that specific person have in common. The more information you've got on what they like, what they're expert at, and what portfolio companies they invested in, the more exact information we can provide. So, for example, both you and Eddie have a background in early stage investment with a focus on disruptive technologies. So I have experience in deep tech and AI, and Eddie emphasizes ag tech and clean tech. Probably the algorithm can tell me next year, hopefully January, that we both lived in the Netherlands. So this is also something that can give us, connect us much, much further. You have here as well information about Eddie. You can have here a video. Some of you we were interviewing as well. So there's so much you can learn about each other. You don't need to wait just for a cocktail event or any event, basically, to just get to know, find the right people. And you have here the ability to add a portfolio company. If you wonder how you do that, there is an add button here. And all we need is a website. That's all. I'm going to show the asset in a second. But one more thing before we finish. We map here preferences and investment thesis and similar stakeholders. So if you're interested, I don't know how many of you know Peter Scheinman, but Peter is a relatively new member of 361, and he's a top-notch expert in healthcare and biotechnology. So you don't need to wait to the event and to trust on your luck to bump into Peter. you can just explore around and see what Peter says, what his portfolio companies, some of his portfolio companies now we are actually working on syndication. You can see as well what did he say about other assets. So the whole idea here is feedback. I think, Bakri, you mentioned feedback. We're going to discuss this in a second. But there's a lot of information that people are sharing here. Consults, decision rooms, which decision room he's part of. Let's assume you're interested in Peter, you kind of want to connect with him. You have here a button called Connect. You click on this button, and you can just write here whatever you want, and we do the automatic intro through email. We're not going to replace your emails. We're not going to replace your communication tools. We're not going to replace your WhatsApp. We want to integrate with that. So think about AI, think about Klever as this kind of a previous stage to kind of filter the noise for you. It can help you to generate leads, obviously, and connect with the right people. So once you click on send, we will just connect both of you right away. I'm going to stop here, and I would love to hear some questions. Please. Do we have some questions?
Yes,
Yeah.
Alistair here. Hi, I have to go in a second, but just a quick question. I assume this can be implemented for people's philanthropic initiatives and how they're interested in supporting different causes. Is there a way of collaboration through search through that?
Of course. So I haven't shown you how do we connect asset and stakeholders. So this is what you see here is a decision room called Philanthropies. And we mapped already here some assets related to philanthropy. And what you can see is you basically can, and we're going to invite all the philanthropy people that are interested in that to the decision room. And what you see here is basically the information on the asset. And you have an AI that you can search whatever you want. So we can upload here data sources, pitch decks, transcripts, information about the, for example, Dollar Donation Club. And you can start to collaborate here with people automatically. So you see here who's relevant. You can ask who might be relevant, who might like, for example, who might like this asset or this initiative or this program. And we give you this information and who is relevant for that. If you have some asset you like to offer or a project around philanthropy, you can upload it and all the rest can see it. Is there anything in particular you're looking to collaborate here around philanthropy?
I advise different international organizations, so it might be nice to say, who's interested in anti-human trafficking, and then see who might be able to collaborate with me.
Perfect. So I think what would be good if you have a specific, first of all, you can ask that the AI in the stakeholder section. And the second thing you can do is if you have already a certain initiative or you are familiar, you can just upload it here with a website. And we automatically analyze all the context. What is that about? And we will recommend you, here are the people that you probably should consult with or invite or connect with. So we understand the context. Do you have any initiative in particular that you're interested, or are you kind of looking at something in general?
Yeah, I do get involved with lots of specific organizations, but for the group now, maybe we will discuss it offline. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So I hope it answered your question. Like I said, we have multiple groups, multiple interests. One of the groups that we have is healthcare and biotech. The other group is dual use. So we want to kind of reduce the noise and to kind of create more common ground among each one of you. Philanthropy, this is a new thing that we've just launched. And Mark, I suggested if we can also make sure that we upload a bit more information. Is there any kind of like a company that I can show with information, Mark?
I don't know. I didn't put it. I think we just added this yesterday from the dog. It's not on, but anybody, as you say, can add it. Like Dollar Donation Club had their website in there. We haven't invited Seth to take control of that yet.
Yes.
Seth Blostein.
Yes. Okay, so I think that this room is going to be populated, and I'm going to show what you're able to do that, unless we have more questions. Is there more question about the search of stakeholders and how you can connect, how you can find people, Buster?
Not from me, thank you. I have to jump, but thank you very much. I'll be in touch.
Thank you, Alistair. Okay, thank
I
you.
have
you,
a
Alex.
different question, Yasmin.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
Going into the portfolio companies that can be uploaded underneath the profile itself,
Yes.
as well as going into then or linking this to the decision room.
Yes.
Decision room can be duplicated in this case, right?
Well,
Yes, you need.
not the decision room, but you mean can an asset be in different decision rooms?
That's
What's the
right.
question?
So, for example, the
Yeah.
question here is that the decision room itself is to decide on a portfolio company, let's say. So it goes into the consult also phase, and it goes into reaching out for insights, right?
Right.
And then there's the portfolio company, which is also uploaded. So what's the difference between going directly from a portfolio company to consult and then moving to the decision room itself as a duplication of a portfolio company?
First, we want to make sure that there is no duplication. We always prefer that a company will be linked to a person. So
Okay.
and the portfolio is a new feature that we have introduced. So talk to us and we make sure that first of all, we set up properly your portfolio companies.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the end, it's going to affect the recommendations. Since it came from you, you are the one originating, you are the one that can also be much, I would say, linked with this company. So
Right.
let's make sure there is no duplication. You can always add that company to a decision room. So if you have under your portfolio company a portfolio company that is relevant for a decision around philanthropy or
Or it could be
biotechnology,
philanthropy. Yeah. Yeah.
yes, you can just add that company here. You just search for
Okay.
the name and add it here. You see, we
Okay.
have
So
your
rather than
recommendation is
creating
just
one,
add.
all right.
Yes,
So
yes,
those are already created and then can be moved there for a decision. Fine. Now understood.
100%,
Okay.
100%, right? You want in the end, I mean, assets can be relevant in multiple contexts. Yes. Now, I want to kind of, because you're a bit more advanced, I want to go a few steps backwards for the sake of the rest of the group. So I
Can I just
showed
make a
you,
point, Yasmin? Can you hold that
yes,
thought? So when
yeah,
the one difference is when the asset is in your room and you provide insights, those insights stay in your room. They don't necessarily have to travel to the other rooms. So you have some privacy inside your room.
Okay. That's clear enough. Thanks a lot, Mark.
okay. So let's come back now to what you can do in a decision room. How do we use collective intelligence and how much time does it save you? I'm going to show you an example of how you create a room. So let's assume that you're now interested in finding the best technologies in AI. We're all bewildered by AI. We don't know what AI is real. We don't know even who is an expert in AI. And, there is a certain consequences for this bewilderment. This is not the situation we want to create. We want to move with speed. We want to move with conviction. So how do we do that? Once you create a decision room, what you see here is a few options. We're asking you what decision you want to make about. Is it investment decision? Is it M&A? Is it a strategic partnership? Is it a technical competitive analysis? Let's assume we're interested in investment. And all the time, step by step, you have your own personal AI analyst that doesn't forget, that knows you what you like, knows as well about your portfolio companies. The second question is, what is the goal in making a decision? What are you trying to solve? So the AI, based on your LinkedIn and your KPIs, can basically recommend. So, for example, because this is my LinkedIn, it recommend me how can we leverage AI to enhance collaboration and deal sharing among family offices and investors. Okay, that's interesting. But I can write whatever I want. I want to solve now human trafficking. I want to solve now diabetes type 2. I want to find best technologies to invest. Everything is valid. But here is an interesting question. Who is relevant? We never make decisions alone. And the riskier the decision, the more conviction we need. And the conviction is coming from people we trust. So what happened here is the AI is basically analyzing based on what I'm looking for. Here are the people that I should Bakr, here you are. We should involve into this decision room. I'm not going to add those people, but once, let's say, I'm inviting Bakr here, so I can invite specific people to the decision room and they have access to collaborate in this context. I'm not going to create, I will create a decision room. I'll show you how it looks like. And that's it. You create a decision room, you have some recommendations, you upload assets, and you start to share feedback. I'm going to show you in a second, how does it look like? How do we share feedback? And how an asset page even looks like, and why we don't need anymore to share any decks. Any questions about creating a decision room? I encourage each one of you to think how that can leverage your, I would say, success or your ability to communicate with your stakeholders or your LPs or your team members. There's multiple ways, but is there any question about that aspect?
Yasmin?
Yes, Bob.
Hi, Bob. As I listen to you, I'm just wondering, it sounds like all the information that the Clever AI has access to is provided by the members themselves. Does Clever AI go out to public sites and looking for information to bring into its database or not?
Yes, that's absolutely correct. We created 4 different AI agents that using both public and private information. So
Okay.
if you would like to go for, to check public information, we are using a foundational model, Perplexity. Perplexity right now from our searches is providing the best information out there from public available data sources. However, because we are a very vetted community and there's a lot of proprietary information and private information shared among ourselves, like pitch decks, like cap tables, like business model, this information you don't have in Perplexity or OpenAI. We are using a different foundational model, but we want to kind of create a tech stack of AI agents that collects all the information available out there so you can get the best information.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to actually prove it to you. This is an example of a decision room that is very, very active. So we only work with QPs that invest in healthcare and biotech. And we are together as a collective collaborating here on certain deals. I'm going to show you one. I know that I cannot show all those deals, but
yeah, these are people who are what we call core members in our circles. It's a different level of membership.
So all of those are allocators, people that invest actively in healthcare and biotech. And we together starting to refer deals. So some deals are not coming from 361, they're coming from our members. So we just talked about Peter Scheiman. So Peter Scheiman recommended a deal around biotech and oncology discovery. This is an example. Now, what do you see here? And I'm going to walk you step by step. And I hope that in 5 minutes, the whole idea of how to use AI around assets will be clearer. The first level is data. We are overwhelmed with data. There are too many documentations. What we do with Klever is we upload multiple data sources. Here you have 11 different documents. So we have pitches, we have business model, cap table, competitive landscape, financial model, everything, you name it, that we've collected. Everything is uploaded here, and we automatically creating a smart investment memo. Now, what is unique about this investment memo? You probably wonder. First of all, we don't want to overwhelm you, so we give you the highlights right away. What is the competitive advantage? What is good about this? The company, for example, it has 90% prediction accuracy, 250 patient validated, and they raise 1 million. This is what they ask, and this is a quick risk. Now, another thing that we show you here is why you even need to waste your time. I wouldn't say waste, we're all investors. Why do we invest the time here in this company? So think about also how you want to sell to multiple stakeholders. So based on your interest in healthcare and bioscience, this deal is relevant because X, Y, Z. So this is generative AI, pure generative AI. Another interesting thing that this is a dynamic investment memo. Let's say that you're interested to know about the traction about the company. What do you do today? You start to open a deck, you start to look at that slide. Maybe you cannot find that slide, you can't find this information. You look to different data. This is a mess. All you need is to ask, what's the traction of these assets? And you will find this information right away. You can ask whatever you want. What's the structure of the deal? What's the cap table? If we have this information available, you will get it right away. We just want to make sure that this information is absolutely accessible for you. I'm going to show you one more thing about assets, and then I want to walk you through the feedback. I don't think we have the time to do the hands-on experience, unfortunately, but let's try. One more thing, interesting thing that you have here is this is new. This is the decision checklist. So some of us sometimes, we kind of ask the same questions in the due diligence process, and we also have blind spots. So what we created here, we generated an AI that can map. These are the questions you want to ask in order to gain more conviction. So if you don't know, if you didn't ask about SWOT analysis or unit economics or the deal terms, you have that mapped. You can just click on it and you can find this information here right away. Okay, so we can ask here about the threats, and this information is basically being provided, and in a more, I would say, concise way. One more thing I want to show you is you probably want to know who is interested, who's relevant for this deal. So we can ask here, who is relevant for this asset? Maybe somebody I can co-invest with, maybe somebody I can get feedback from. Let's wait here. Okay. Right. Finished. Right. Who is relevant for this asset? And again, this is information that other AI companies cannot provide you because they're not linked with the network. So think about how powerful is your network. It can become way more powerful. This is what we're trying to do now here with 361. How we can absolutely leverage all these networks that we have. So the AI analyzes all the small details about this company and can provide here are 10 people that might be relevant for this company. And here's why. So I'm not going to read that, but we also provide you the explainability why this person is interested. Any questions so far about the asset page before we talk about the consult and how we collect feedback?
I believe Serene had a question. She just stepped out for a second, but oh, there he is. Just so you know, you're on mute.
Serene?
Yes. Hi. So just a quick question. Sorry, there was I was also on another call, but my question is, if we reach out to these people, if they pop up, it's okay to reach out and then start just communicating, right? If someone doesn't understand why we get in touch, or just trying to understand, like, because there's like hundreds of people now, can we just like send messages to whoever we think it's appropriate, but maybe on their side? I mean, we're all adults and professionals, okay, that's one thing, but is there a way of doing it, or it's just okay, it's kind of like LinkedIn? Well, it's better than LinkedIn, I understand, but you know what I'm trying to ask, like, we
Yes.
can, out of the blue, connect with, and you start talking, and whatever happens.
What you're asking is absolutely important because this is about trust. We are not building a LinkedIn, which means it's open to everyone. This is everybody that is part of a 361 family, right? So everybody here knows that they are part of this. There's already a common trust. We're just trying to bring the right people together. So this is still exclusive ecosystem. It's closed ecosystem. It's protected, so it's not everyone here can basically join. Mark is also vetting the people in the platform. So if let's say you are a 361 member, you know that you have access as well to an AI platform to basically collaborate online as well. So
Jazz?
if yes.
Finish your
Yes.
thought, sorry. I saw Jess has a hand up, but you finish your thought.
No, I just want to show one more thing because I know we're running out of time and we still didn't get to that level. And I think that we need next time to kind of create different groups and different kind of concepts because we always talk about give information about the platform. But I think that there are certain people a bit more advanced that I want to really dive into the feedback loop, into how they consult. So I truly think, Mark, that we need to set up in a different way, in different tiers for more
Makes
advanced
sense.
users.
Makes sense.
More advanced users. I just want to say for the advanced users, the best thing about Clever is collect insights. How do you do that? So you can provide your own insight about any asset, but click here, share insight. You don't need to evaluate anymore. You just share unstructured feedback. You can always be anonymous. If you're not interested that your identity will be revealed, that's absolutely fine. But you still want to share your voice, that's absolutely fine. You can just go anonymous. We will not present who are you. Just going to be anonymous insight. So this is one thing. What you get out of that is that you share one insight and you probably get 5, 7, 10 different insights from other people. So right now you see that information, those insights, just because I'm an admin. But you, as members, you will not be able to see collective intelligence. So there's a lot of information that is being shared. You're probably interested to know what other people think, but we cannot share it until you share your own perspective, your own unique perspective. So this is a give and get. Another thing I want to say is that if you would like to collect information about this asset, how do you do it today? So you probably have a deck and you share it with people or a website and share it with people, and then people are giving you a call or sending you emails. This is a mess. You don't want to miss this precious feedback on your assets, on your portfolio companies. So what we've developed is one button called Consult, which means you can collect feedback seamlessly. So what you see here is that you have here a link, you share this link, you copy paste this link, and that's it. You can share it with whoever you like. It can be people from 361, it can be your general partners, it can be your LPs, it can be your analysts. You can share it through WhatsApp, through LinkedIn, through Slack, through whatever channel you are using right now. It doesn't matter. The experience is a way different experience than a deck. I can show you in a second. So this is how it will look like. So assume now you have an asset you want to share, you want to collect feedback, you want to share it with, let's say, Melissa. So this is when Melissa gets the email, she clicks on the link. She doesn't even need to onboard. We're just asking her, hey, what do you think about the company? Yasmin Shmuel is interested to get feedback. We summed up the deal in one short memo, no long decks or extra docs. Your view helps shape how we decide as a trusted circle, okay? And they will be directed to this page. And again, they can see here the investment memo, they can communicate, they share the insights. And once they finish, you will get the insights right away, you'll be notified. I'm going to stop here. I do want to kind of leave some time for questions. I think that we are going to make a feedback session next time for advanced users, but I encourage everyone that doesn't have yet access, somebody that it was too fast or still has questions, please, I encourage you to contact Marcia, and we're going to have a one-on-one session with you to make sure that you are familiar. Bakri, you have a question.
Yeah, just a quick one.
Chaz hasn't spoken yet, if it's okay,
right.
Bakri.
Of course.
And Marcia, maybe you want to put your email in
I'm
the...
already on it. Yes, thank you.
Okay, beautiful. Chaz, you have a question?
Hey, guys, I apologize. I missed the first 10 minutes of this due to another meeting. So if I want to to take a look at battery energy storage systems, for example, okay, BESS. And so are we saying that I'm going to open up a decision room around the industry, and then to the extent that there are companies that I'm looking at, I open up a different decision room for the companies? That's the part where I'm kind of missing, and maybe this is something we do on a one-on-one, but I don't know if others are kind of feeling this same kind of consternation.
Yeah, we're happy to have a one-on-one session with you, but we don't want duplication. So you just want to create one decision room, describe what you're looking for energy storage solutions, and you just manage all the relevant deal flow there. You have the option to decide if you want to invite more people from this network, if they can be strategic and beneficial. And you can start to collaborate, and you can also get some recommendations as well on existing assets. There are some assets that people are looking at, or people are referring, so you can also be notified if there's something relevant for you.
So there are three levels.
Okay.
There's knowledge sharing, Chaz. There's business development, in which comes to a terms of use so that we all can help gamify how we do business development together. And then there's raising capital, which has compliance, unless it's debt, as you and I have talked about.
Okay.
So all of these will be layered in as
Okay.
we go. Right now, we're giving the tool sets.
But
to do
think about
this.
the benefits that you already kind of like cut in terms of efficiency, 60% of the time dealing with a lot of data. It's very, very time consuming. And you create way more engagement with all the people that are involved. So think about it as a perfect human AI collaboration to actually do due diligence.
So
And the more you all populate, you go, 1 second, Bruce. The more you populate your portfolio companies, the ones you're looking at, the more we can then tie you together. It's so amazing. Or 4 different people that didn't know each other were at different rounds in a company.
We have
and
real
if you
scenario that in 4 weeks, we brought together I would say 2 different kind of group of investors that want to invest in healthcare. One in AI healthcare, and one is in biotechnology. And those people didn't know each other even before. So it's very powerful. We're seeing already amazing results. Everyone is the expert in something. So they ask questions that kind of complementary to the due diligence. People feel more conviction.
Yeah.
They feel more confidence making decisions.
And Bakri, patience one more time. Bruce hasn't asked a question. I'd like having new
Of course,
Yeah.
questions.
It's okay. I just, it's almost like I was thinking of it in needs and leads, like Chaz just mentioned, energy storage. And in our super center that we're opening up in LA, we're using gas to produce the electricity and store it, and then using that for the charges, So it's just, the system's there. So if I saw, okay, I can't, because we have so many different portfolio companies, unless I hear that need, I can't, it's not going to be in my profile. It's not going to be something, So how do you take advantage of all the members that you have and the things that they know and what they see pop up?
The great thing, Bruce, is sometimes not everybody puts all their needs and leads down. You have to do advanced search. It's just semantic search. Who's interested in this?
Right.
And then it just shows you those people.
Yeah.
But Yaz can maybe speak more to it.
Yeah, we're living in a world that the main problem is not scarcity, is abundance. We are overwhelmed. And if there's one thing, Bruce, that you want to remember from this meeting is how do we clean noise? Especially if you have assets and you have a lot of people, and this is what we do. This is our bread and butter, right? People invest in people. People trust people. But who's relevant?
Right.
Let's cut to the chase. Let's find who's relevant. Right now, LinkedIn cannot help because they're not focusing on assets. And a lot of AI platforms are also not focused on assets. So what we create here is very niche. Yeah, I think I'm very, very excited to see how we can bring it. But this is very much depends on you, on this community, on how we are basically trust each other and willing to collaborate and to make us stronger as a community rather than alone, siloed. Bakri, I do want to give you the
actually, I
Yes.
have some questions,
to you.
but because for the sake of time, I would
Yes,
park those questions for a later stage. But just a quick one with respect to the pending members in the platform itself. Those pending members, if connected, still receive emails in their inbox, or do they have to be active, or what's the suggestion?
They receive inbox. Some of those pending members just because they are still guests doesn't mean that we are not profiling them. They're active in conversations, for example. So if it's still pending or it's a guest, we still collect information of what they like, what's their investment thesis, and we do want to give you this intelligence so you can decide if you want to collaborate with them. Yes.
You can help us pull them in, Bakri.
Yeah, I mean, it's really up to, we are not forcing nobody to use AI. We're not forcing anybody to use another tool. We know you have so many tools. If you see value in that, like, okay, let's clean the noise, perfect. We're here to support you. If you don't want that, that's also fine. But as a 361er, we do collect this information and make this information and intelligence available to those ones that do want to leverage AI. So it's very much up to you how you leverage technology for your own benefits. We're here to make sure that we can be aligning all your KPIs of success, especially for 2026.
I appreciate all your efforts, by the way. These are my last words. And thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank
I need
you,
to
everyone.
disconnect, actually, because I need to hop to another call. Mark, also, I'll come to you offline then. All right?
Please.
All right.
Please.
Thank you.
Anyone
Take care
else?
then.
Questions?
Cheers.
Quick question: how do we get access to it?
You call?
I'll
Do
reach
you
out
see
to
Marcia? Yeah.
I'll
Do you
reach
see
out to you,
Marcia?
Bob.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
He will
Bob is a
onboard you,
basic.
Bob.
Bob is a basic member.
Okay, no problem. All right. Thank you so much. I wish you all happy holidays. More to come. Please, I encourage you to reach out to us with any question or suggestion. And we see you in 2026. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Great. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Appreciate your time.